Rich Rising, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm excited because today we're talking about a live strategy for instant sales. Let me make sure that's the name of the title. I feel like I'm making my own stuff up right now. Let's see. A live strategy to convert instantly. That is exactly what we're talking about. So today we're talking about, oh, look, Instagram's working today. Hey, Yvette. Hey, JP. How's everything going? Today we're talking about a live strategy to convert instantly. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a business owner, a coach, or an entrepreneur, you are using video to attract customers to your page. However, you recognize that your views are low, your engagement is low, and you're trying to figure out what is going on, then this live is for you. If you are a motivated business owner who already has an audience, you have 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, and you're trying to figure out how do I convert them into customers, then this live is for you. And if you are a coach or a business owner, you've been in, excuse me, you've been in business for about 1 to 3 years now, you're already making 8 to 10K a month, and you want to increase to 15K, 20K, 30K, 40K a month, and you know that social media can help you, but you're not really sure how to use social media in order to reach your audience, then this live is for you. We're talking about a live strategy to convert instantly. What do I mean about that? I'm talking about using your live videos to convert. That's exactly what we're talking about today. So I want to do a quick check-in. If you are a business owner, go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat. So if you are a business owner, drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. The reason why I love to do this part is because there are people, when they drop the name of their business in the chat, they get leads. They get new partners. They get new followers. Why? Because you have no idea who is on here, who is looking for what it is that you have to offer. But they won't know unless you drop the name of your business in the chat. So let me know who is in the building so I can go ahead and shout you out. We got 22 people on TikTok right now. We know it's going to grow. We got 4 people on Instagram right now. We got Bold Nutrition Consulting LLC in the building. We got the GGHP in the building. We got C Lynn Designs 1 MLC LLC in the building. Who else we got? Blowout Queen is in the building. Hello, honey. Who else is in the building? We got JP Growth Partners. I just love it. Who else is here? Drop the name of your business in the chat. Drop the name of your business in the chat. We got Giovanni on TikTok. Okay. Naturally You, Jack's Hair Care Products. Come on now. I love that. I love it. Come on. Who else do we have in the building so I can shout you out? And as you're writing the name of your business in the chat, I want you to grab your notebook and grab your pen. Take note, take action, make some money. Why? Because action takers are money makers, not time wasters. We're going to be together today for about 45 minutes. I'm going to be showing you how to sell on your live videos. I'm just point blank, period. I'm going to show you how to sell in your live videos. Live videos is a great way to get sales and connect with your audience, so you do not want to miss this live. I'm going to tell you right now, one of my clients, I share lots of strategies, but one of my clients, this one is her favorite. Well, former client. This one's her favorite. She got 10 new clients just from going live, right? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today so that you will be able to convert instantly on your live. I mean, while you're talking, seeing the sales come in. Let's see. We got Chris Danner Photo in the building. Shirts You Want to Say. Who else is here? Who else is here? Moving You is in the building, right? Okay. Let's see. We're up to 101 people on TikTok. We got 4 people on Instagram. I see that PQ CEO just popped in the building. Who else is in here so I can shout you out? You never know who's looking for your business. You never know who's praying for the answer to their problem, and that may just be your business, right? But they won't know unless you drop the name of your business in the chat. We got Speak Life Inspiration. Speak Life Inspirations. Awesome. So this is what I want you to do right now as you all are in here. You're getting hyped. You're getting pumped up. We're talking about a live strategy so you can convert instantly. Keep on tapping in on that screen so that TikTok can push this live out. Keep liking on Instagram so that they can push this live out. And then I want you to, at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, hit the share arrow and share this live out with more than 5 friends. All you got to do is hit the share and then share it out. Choose 5 people, 10 people from your DMs and just share it out with them. Don't hoard this information, right? Why am I telling you this? Because I'm going to pour out freely. I don't hold back and I don't gatekeep. Why? Because 1, I have a lot of information. And 2, I know that when I release, I'm going to receive more to release. So don't hold this to yourself. Share it with someone, especially if you know a business owner who's looking to get sales on social media and they recognize their Reels and TikToks just ain't doing it for them. This is the alternative. You can get sales from Reels and TikToks, but you can also get sales from your live videos. Let me tell you, I remember making $5,000 from one live video. It is possible. I don't want you in here thinking like, oh man, it's just going to be $1 or $2. No, I made $5,000 from one live video. I've also made $900 in 1 hour. In 1 hour just from going live, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be giving you some strategies and tips to help you when you are live so that you can convert instantly, right? But if you are not an action taker, so let me call this out. If you're not an action taker, if you're a procrastinator, if you're a time waster, if you're a perfectionism, if you're still struggling with imposter syndrome, we're going to address this too. But none of these strategies will work for you if you don't put it into play. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how many times have you received information and then did nothing with it. You just hoarded it because you were waiting for everything to be perfect. You just hoarded it because, I don't know, maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow. You just hoarded it because you heard a voice that said, you know what, you're not good enough. No one's going to listen to you. We don't want to do that because then you're not going to see the transformation. You're not going to see the results. So we want to help you break free from that, right? So who am I? I'm Shamara Star Cox, a TV producer and a content coach. My goal is to help you create binge-worthy content that attracts and converts your followers into customers. Why binge-worthy? Because whatever you binge, you buy. We're in a society where Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, you name it, people are binging it and paying for it every single month. I'm pretty sure if I did a poll right now, a lot of you would be like, oh yeah, that's me. I got a Netflix, I got a Hulu, I got a YouTube Red. You're paying for it every single month. So what I do is I show you how to create that same exact experience on your page so that now you're taking your audience from just browsing to binging to buying. That's the strategy. It works every time. What do I mean by just browsing? These are people who are just watching your videos. I want to do a quick poll. How many of you in here, you post videos, you get 200 views, no comments? You get 300 views, 2 comments. You get 500 views, 2 comments. I want you to drop a me in the chat. I want to see who's in here. Where you're recognizing you're getting the views and not the comments. Drop a me in the chat if that is you. Hey, Shalisa, how you doing, hun? Yep. Okay, Stacy said yes. PQCEO says me. Lock Lady says me, right? Okay. Yep. Custom by Danielle says me. There we go. These are people who are just browsing. That's it. They haven't decided that they want to follow you yet. They're just browsing. So we want to get the people who are just browsing to actually hit the follow button and binge your content. And we do that by putting out high quality content that gets them to do this. Watch, keep scrolling, watch, keep scrolling, and watching on your page. Because after they binge, guess what kicks in? There's a thought process that kicks in that's like, I got to buy this right now. Because they're already accustomed to buying after they binge. So my job is to show you how do you get them from just browsing to actually binging to actually buying. And I teach that to all of my clients. And now I want to share that with you. I want to share with you how you can use your live videos to get people to buy instantly. But in order for it to work, you got to put in the work. Come on now. We got to work for it. We got to work for it. Who in here is allergic to work? I know nobody's going to raise their hand. All of y'all are like, yes, I'm working. But here's the thing. You got to do the right work so you can see the financial increase. Because there are things that you could be working on. Like some of you are building your website right now. Some of you are working on business cards right now. Some of you are, you hired a designer to create your logo right now. These things are not going to get you sales. They're not. I know. Because in your mind, when you start a business, you start thinking, I need all these things. I got to work on my branding. But what's actually going to get you the sales is showing up in front of your audience and asking for it. That's a good tip right there. Because some of you on social media, the reason why you're not seeing the sales as consistently is because you're not asking for the sale. So what happened is some of you are nervous to ask for it. Some of you feel like you're going to sound salesy if you ask for it. Who am I talking to right now? Where you feel like if I tell them here's how they can buy, I'm going to sound salesy. I'm going to scare them off. These are the things that we want to address. Because if it is not addressed, what's going to happen is when you go live, you're going to be too afraid to ask for the sale, right? So we want to address all of this. And I want to share with you, I'm probably going to share 3 tips so that you can be able to go live and convert instantly. Although I have 5 that really blesses you, I just know we're not going to get to all 5, right? So let's jump into this. I want to share a quick story with you. I want to share a story of my friend where she was gearing up to go live. Now, she's not afraid to go live, right? But still, thoughts will cross her mind. Like, who in here is afraid to go live? Because you start thinking, man, what if people judge me? What if no one shows up? What if I get bad comments? Right? Like, do these thoughts cross your mind when you're thinking about going live? Oh, I don't know. I don't really like the way I look on camera. Right? So these thoughts are going through her mind. However, yep, exactly. So I know that she's not alone and I'm not alone because I've had those thoughts too. Right? However, she decides I'm going to go live. She goes live and only 5 people show up. And now she's nervous because she's like, oh my goodness, what do I do? There's only 5 people here. Right? She had a choice. Keep talking or shut it off. Keep talking or shut it off. I remember when I went live and no one showed up. That's nerve-wracking. I used to be so nervous, like if no one shows up, I would feel like a fool. So here she is live with only 5 people, thinking to herself, you know what? I might as well just get off this live. But instead she decided, I'm going to stay on and be a blessing to the 5. I'm going to stay on. I'm going to be a blessing to the 5. And she blessed those 5 people so much. And then she ends the live. And then about a minute later, her friend calls her. And the friend says to her, oh my goodness, your live was amazing. Me and 500 other people absolutely loved your live. And she was like, 500 other people? She said, there was only 5 people on my live. She said, oh, no. Her friend said, oh, no. I set my phone up in my office and the entire office was watching you live. Why did I share that story? Because my friend made an impact that day. Even though the numbers didn't look like she was making an impact, she still made an impact. She couldn't see it. But on the other side, there were 500 people watching her. You're making an impact. Even though you don't see it, right? You're making an impact even though you go live and see 1 person on. Even though you go live and see 2 people on. Even if you saw no people on. You are still making an impact. You have no idea who has their phone up right now for their entire family to watch. But it's looking like 1 view, but really it's thousands. I want you to know that the fear that you have is a real fear. That nervousness is a real nervousness. But I want you to shift your mind away from being afraid to who am I impacting today? Because that's what really matters. Now, I remember when I was in a space where I went live by myself for the first time. I was so nervous that I cried live in front of these people. Oh my goodness. The worst thing I felt that could ever happen to me was crying live. And then you can hear my mom in the background like, it's okay. Go ahead, honey. Keep going. How embarrassing. And yet, the people who were there all were blessed. I want you to think about this because as a business owner, it is easy to fill your days with busy work and not the work that actually gets you sales because you're afraid that someone's going to judge you. You're afraid that someone's going to leave a bad comment. And you're afraid that you're going to stutter live. Like who in here, you're nervous to go live because you think that if you do go live, you're gonna make a mistake. You're going to say the wrong thing. People are going to start attacking you. I want you to know you're not alone. Oh, Blowout Queen says on Facebook, people go on your live after it's over. I didn't even know that. I love that. Right? You're not alone. Because we've all been there. Right? And so I want to share this with you. I want to share this with you that's going to help. Do I have any Christians in the building? Right? Do I have any Christians in the building? If you're not a Christian, that's okay. You may not get this reference. But if you're a Christian, I want you to think about this, right? Because Jesus also had to go through something similar. When Jesus came from heaven and walked this earth, he also had to go live. He didn't need no phone for it, but he went live in front of thousands of people. And guess what happened to him? He got made fun of. People attacked him. They judged him. They constantly told him that he was misquoting the Bible. And he could have shrank back, but he realized, actually, I'm making an impact. I'm making an impact. I'm not going to let what other people are saying to stop me from being a blessing. And that's what I want you to think about every time the fear pops in. When you want to go live, I want you to think about, you know what? I'm not going to let this stop me from being a blessing. Because that's what you were called to do. Hey, Athena, you were called to be a blessing on your timeline. And the only way you can do that is if you show up. Right? Yep. Our mom and me says, just keep pushing. Got it. Exactly. Just keep pushing. Because here's what you're going to find. When you show up, your people show up. And they will show up faithfully as long as you show up. There have been times where I didn't want to show up. I wake up in the morning. I go live at 6:45 in the morning. There are times where I just want to lay in my bed. I'm okay with laying in my bed. And I tell myself, oh, I don't feel like going live. And I tell God, oh, I don't feel like going live. I really don't want to do this. But when I show up, almost immediately, someone will say to me, wow, I really needed this. I wasn't even looking for you, but you popped up on my timeline and you blessed me. I didn't even wake up this early, but I listened to you. I stayed up to hear you almost always. That's because the people are waiting for you. Are you going to keep them waiting? Are you going to keep them waiting? They're waiting for you. If you're ready to show up and be a blessing, I want you to drop I'm a blessing in the chat. If you are ready to show up and be a blessing, I want you to drop I'm a blessing in the chat. And then I'm going to give you some of these tips. Right? Oh, Giovanni says, I need people like you around me. Here I am. You're going to, just because you said it, you're going to get more. There we go. I'm a blessing. Yeah, hey, Renaya. Renaya, the chat is working on Instagram today. The people are waiting for you. Right? There we go. I see a whole bunch of I'm a blessing in the chat. So let me share this with you that's going to help you to overcome what if no one shows up? What if people write bad comments? What if people judge me? I'm going to give you some tips right now that's going to blow your mind, but it's going to help you show up every time when you have this. So what if no one shows up? Right? You're getting ready to go live. You hit the live button and you're live for 10 minutes and you realize it still says 0. That's happened to me before. And it could have been nerve-wracking, but instead, I used it as practice. If no one shows up to your live, I want you to use it as practice. Get your message out. See how you look on camera. See what you sound like when you're speaking. Get your message out anyway. They don't need to be there for you to practice being a blessing. That's what I did. I went live for an entire hour by myself. And then the very next day, I went live again and people showed up. And guess who was prepared? Because now, when I went live, I already knew what to say. Because I already knew what I looked like, what I sound like, how I wanted to deliver it. Get your practice on. Get your practice on. Get your practice on. Get your practice on. Okay? And then be a blessing to your people. So that's the first thing if no one shows up. Here's the next one. What if people write bad comments? Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. What if people write bad comments? I'm going to tell you right now. I want you to lean in. I want y'all to get closer. I'm about to invade some of y'all personal space. Just get a little bit closer. They're going to anyway. Oh, did you hear me? They're going to write bad comments anyway. That's what's going to happen. People are going to write bad comments anyway. Why? Because they're disrespectful. And I understand that it's jarring, right? But the reality is they can't stop you from being a blessing. Every time Jesus showed up, the Pharisees were over there saying bad things about him, trying to test him, trying to get him off his game. And guess what he did? Showed up anyway, because he knew they were going to come. They haters. But here's the best part about this. Instagram and TikTok cannot tell the difference between a bad comment or a good comment. They register all of it as engagement. So if someone shows up on your live writing bad comments, ignore them and thank them. Because TikTok will push that live out because they're going to think, oh my goodness, this live is so engaging. People are loving it, and push it out anyway. So as much as those people are there to throw you off your game, they're actually helping you. I remember a couple of times I've gone live and people have come on and they've said nasty things about my hair, about my earrings, about what I was saying. They've called me a liar. They've talked about saying that I was preaching the prosperity gospel, which I don't believe in, by the way, right? And guess what happened? Because of all their nasty comments, TikTok kept pushing it out. Like, oh my goodness, this is great engagement. Let me keep pushing her live out. So they can't, the platforms can't tell the difference. Use it at your advantage. Here's another great thing. When you show up for your audience, they show up for you. So do you think that I had to go back and respond to all those people? No, because my audience was on the attack like they was the beehive. And I was like, come on, y'all better. Because guess what that meant? More engagement for me. You think I was bothered by them talking about my wig? No, I know it was a good looking wig. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Who's being blessed? I know y'all like, whoa, I didn't think about that before. I know. The reason why you didn't think about it before is because the fear was trying to stop you from doing what you were called to do. You were called to bless people with your words. You were called to bless people with your presence. Of course, the spirit of fear will show up and tell you, well, people going to judge you. People going to this, people going to that, so that you don't do that. There's always going to be an enemy every time you decide that you want to be a blessing. Every time you decide, I'm going to show up to help people. There will always be an enemy that comes to rob you. But you have to fight back by showing up anyway. Right? Okay, last thing. Yes, Renaya says, thank you for helping me. You are welcome. Yes, JP says, proud of you for being resilient. I had to. JP, I had to be resilient. Why? Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be a blessing to my people. I get so much joy when my clients tell me, I just got my client. I just got that client. I got this many sales. That's a blessing to me. You want to know why? Not only because I'm helping them create generational wealth, but because I have declared war on poverty. I have seen poverty claim so much lives, more than I've seen COVID claim lives. And I decided, oh no, we're not doing this no more. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to show them how to get rich. And we're going to create wealth, not just generational wealth. We're creating wealth, I meant to say not just generational wealth for myself, but for them. And then they help other people create generational wealth. It's a chain reaction. So I have to push through. Because I'm not about to sit here and keep letting poverty consume lives. No, there's a high calling on my life. And that's the same thing with all of you. That's why you're still here. because you know that there's a high calling on your life. That's why you won't give up. Right? Okay. Last one. What if people judge me? What if people judge me? Again, just like the bad comments, they are going to judge you. Get used to it. It's social media. We got people who are very confident with their thumbs. But if you saw them on the street, they would act like they don't know you. They are going to judge you. But your job, I want you to think about this, is why are you doing this? Jesus got judged every time he showed up and he taught. But he had a bigger mission. And that bigger mission was to save the world. So I want you to think about that when you're getting ready to go live. Who are you helping? Let that mission be stronger than the person who's judging you. I get judged every day. I remember one time I posted a couple of videos like this where my makeup didn't look the best. It looked great to me when I was putting it on. But to the other people who specialize in makeup, it didn't look that great. And somebody wrote under my video teasing me about it. And I really almost wrote back to her, may your audience show you the same favor that you have shown me. But I didn't, because that would have been super petty. But they gonna judge you. It don't matter how good you look. Someone told me on YouTube that I look like a man. And I'm like, man, I'm like the most feminine person I know. I can't believe you said I look like a man. But they're going to do that because they want to throw you off your game. But you got to stay focused on your why. Why did you start that business? What is your end goal? I know your end goal isn't to quit as soon as you start. I know it's to be a blessing to people. I know it's to transform lives. For some of you, it's to be in department stores. For some of you, it's to be on these stages speaking to people. So when people are coming to judge you, I want you to think back to your why. That's why I keep going. Because I'm like, whatever. And then here's the best part about people judging you. When you hear ka-ching, ka-ching, please, it don't even matter. I tell people, if you are frustrated with social media, you're not making enough money yet. Because when you start seeing the money coming in from social media, it don't matter if they judge you. Because you know you're going to get paid anyway. Shoot, when they were making fun of me, I'm like, I got a 5K client. You think I care what you're saying about me? And it kept going after that. I kept getting clients after that. So I don't care what you say. Okay? Awesome. Mom and me, I don't think did they change it to 800 now? I think it's still 1,000. Okay, Mom and me says, see, that's the stuff I'm afraid of because I'm all natural. I don't wear makeup. Girl, so for all my lives, for a good 2-3 years, I didn't wear no makeup either. I just started wearing makeup for my lives probably about a month ago, right? And I had to train myself to wake up and put on the makeup. So you're fine, and your audience will love it. My audience did not care that I didn't have no makeup on, and that was for 3 years. The only reason why I started wearing makeup is because, one, I had to, I'm going to the next level of my business, and 2, we're now posting our TikTok, our lives on YouTube. So that's the only reason why I wear makeup in my lives now. But girl, I would show up sometimes. One time, someone got encouraged because I had no makeup on and I didn't do my hair. And I was like, dang, how he know this? And I had a fro. But he was so encouraged, like, yo, I was over here nervous that people gonna judge me, nervous that and he was like, you showed up with no makeup, your hair not done. And I still had hundreds of people on the live. Because oftentimes it's not about what you look like, it's about what you're releasing. And that thing that's inside of you needs to come out. It needs to come out, right? So, awesome. Yes, Yvette said, yes, keep going. Yes. Yvette says, you are a lifesaver. I am glad I found you. Amen. Art, the ambassador, how you doing? Says, I love how you show people we have a calling. Absolutely. Ooh, Art, the ambassador. If you ever heard my story on how God showed me that social media is my territory, you will see why I go so hard about your calling. Right? Yes, Renaya says haters gonna hate. It's true. It's really true. Okay, awesome. So all of you are feeling blessed in here. I know that you were just like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about any of this before. And now you're thinking about it. But if you're feeling blessed and you want to know how you can show up to be a blessing, so you got the confidence now, but now you want to know how else, where else can I do this in my business? How can I position myself on social media now so that I'm getting the sales? Or for some of you, there's still some type of imposter syndrome that's there. There's still some type of hesitation that's there. Like, You just heard everything that I had to say, and there's still some hesitation that's there. I want to invite you to my challenge. It is a 5-day video challenge where we show you how to use your video so you can get sales. That's exactly what we do in that challenge. If you want to get access, all you have to do is click the first link in my bio and schedule a call with me or my team. If you are on Instagram, all you got to do is type challenge accepted into the DMs and you'll get access to it. What we do in the challenge is we help you to get your message out on social media so that you're generating leads and you're getting sales. Now, the biggest problem that I've seen with business owners hasn't really been with the content creation. It's been with the confidence. So if you're in here, your confidence is built and you're like, oh my goodness, I need more of this. I've never heard content marketing like this before. I've never heard social media marketing like this before. Then click the first link in my bio and join us in the 5-day Convert Content to Cash Challenge, because you get this for 5 whole days. And we do this on purpose. I don't teach you to hop on trends. I don't teach you to post 3 or 4 times a day. Why? Because it is exhausting. Instead, I teach you Bible marketing secrets so you can stand confidently and boldly and release the content that's going to call the thousands to you. Because that's who you are called to. You weren't called to the 2s or the 3s. You were called to the thousands, right? And they are waiting for you. But if you don't get over what's in here that's hindering you, because I'm telling you right now, we only obliterated 3 excuses. But there's so many other excuses that pops in your mind that as soon as this live ends, you're going to be like, oh, I want to go live. Maybe I should wait till tomorrow. That procrastination is an indication that there's still some fear there. So we want to help you obliterate that in the challenge. And you can get access by selecting the first link in my bio and scheduling a call with me or my teammate. Now, here's the thing. This call and the challenge is at no cost to you. It is complimentary, right? But we have a call for a reason, because we only want high-level business owners in the building. We only want action takers in the building. This is an intense challenge. We're going to challenge you with your videos so that you can see results quickly. We pride ourselves in helping you get results in as little as 5 days, but you only see it when you take action. So the call is to really get to know you and to make sure that the content that we're teaching is a good fit for you. And if it is, then you get to join us, right? But all you got to do is click the first link in my bio, schedule your call, and you'll be all set. Now, let me tell you this. The challenge starts April 1st to April 5th or 6th. Is it the 6th? That first week of April is the challenge. So if you recognize that you're scheduling a call during that week, you won't be joining us for April. You'll be joining us for May, because the challenge starts in April, April 1st to April 6th or 5th, whatever those 5 days are, right? So if you go to my calendar and you see an April date, that means you'll be joining us in May. Yes, Renee is like, what? It's a complimentary event, results in as little as 5 days. Yep, that is that's our promise to you. That's our promise. Yvette says, if I'm a client already, should I take the 5-day challenge? Yvette, once you're done with onboarding, will you be done by then? You can join the challenge if you want. Thank you, Renaya. It's available to all of my clients in Content Cashflow Academy and in Plan Post Profit. You all get the VIP ticket at no cost to you, so you'll be fine. And then Renaya corrected me. The challenge is from April 1st to April 5th. Can we just shout out Renaya? Renaya is on Instagram. She is my executive assistant, and she is just like helping me out on this live, right? Awesome. Okay, I want to give you another tip. So I was sharing with you earlier, I said I'm only going to give 3 because I think we have time for 3. But I have 5 tips for you to convert on Instagram Live and TikTok Live. I'm going to just share what the 5 are, and then we'll break down 3 of them because we won't have the time to do 5. We probably won't have the time to do 3 because I pretty much helped you with the confidence piece, right? Awesome. Come through, Yvette. Yvette, you'll be reminded next week Yeah, next Tuesday, you'll get the information for you to be able to sign up for the VIP. You just need to register to the Zoom, and then you'll be able to join us in VIP for the challenge. Okay, so 5 tips to convert on Instagram Live and TikTok Live. I'm going to give it to you like this. And for some of them, you're not going to understand. You want to edify, you want to qualify, you want to quantify, you want to clarify, and you want to identify. Again, edify, qualify, quantify, clarify, identify. I know some of y'all were like, I don't know what any of these ifs are, right? But I'm going to break some of them down for you. I'm going to break some of them down for you. And then if we don't get to the rest, you may just have to join my email list so you get the rest of this, right? Oh, BT Dubs, before I even jump into this, I know a lot of you heard about the U.S. House voted for TikTok to be banned, right? Which means that now it has to go to Senate, so we still have some time. But I recommend that you start following me on Instagram and YouTube right now, because we don't know how long this is going to take. Do you remember MySpace? And do you remember Periscope? Okay? Some of y'all may even remember Skonex. We don't know if that's what's going to happen to TikTok, but if it does, all you got to do is click the Instagram link in my bio and hit follow. Start following me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube so that you don't lose this, right? A lot of you were like, I feel blessed, I feel encouraged, God is here. I don't just do this in my live videos, I do this in my pre-recorded videos as well. So you'll get this everywhere. Also, my live replays go on my YouTube channel. So if you want to get access to any of these replays, you want to follow me on YouTube. My name on Instagram is @bookofstar_, and on YouTube is @bookofstar. So if you just type in Book of Star, you'll be able to find me, right? There we go. Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Renaya. She's dropping notes in the chat. Okay. Yes, Mel, you remember Skonex. I know. Skonex was out when I was in high school, and then that thing disappeared. That thing disappeared after Facebook was born, or maybe after MySpace was born or something like that, right? Okay, Tan Arc, just join my email list for now, and then you'll be able to join us for the challenge in May. You'll be able to join us for the challenge in May. Awesome. Okay, let us go into this first IFI. The first tip is to edify. Edify. What do I mean by this? Edify your audience. When you are going live, you want to teach them something. This is huge. Now, I know you've seen influencers go live and they've just sat by the beach. They've gone to sleep. They've been cooking. All that stuff is cool and all. But as a business owner, because you want to show up as the expert, you want to teach your audience something. So I want you to think about, what is it that you can teach your audience? Now, here's the thing. Some of you, this isn't new for you. Some of you, you have heard people say over and over again that you got to educate your audience, educational content. How many of you have heard that? Educate. What tips can you share, right? That's not nothing new. You've heard that so many times. But here's what I want to add to that. Your goal isn't to teach any old thing. Your goal is to teach the thing that shows you as the expert and that will help your audience make a buying decision. And I want to give you an example. My executive assistant, Renaya, I'm going to use you for this, right? So Renaya is a mom and she runs her business full time. She's also part of a ministry that is on Clubhouse, right? It's called WOMB, Women in Ministry and Business. That's the name of the ministry she's part of, right? And every Wednesday, she goes live to speak to this audience. And she was feeling kind of nervous teaching what she was teaching because everyone else around her, all her other leaders, were inspiring. They were inspiring the audience, right? And I said to her, here's the thing. If you want to get sales, you want to teach your audience something that's going to get them to buy from you. And so she said, okay. And she started teaching them about automations. That's what because she is an executive assistant. She runs a business where she helps other business owners so that She helps them with admin and automations so that they can save time in their business and increase their finances, right? So here she is now. She's teaching automations. And the first week, people are applauding her, clapping, whatever. The second week, I think she got like a lead or something. By the third week, or maybe the fourth week, because I think it was just a month. It only took her 1 month to convert one person from what she was teaching. Now, this is crucial because you can teach anything, but people won't buy. You want to teach the thing that's going to get people to buy from you. That's the most important thing, and that's the difference. A lot of people, when they're telling you want to educate, they're not sharing that part. Because you can talk about anything. You can teach them about anything. But you want to teach them the thing that's going to get them to buy from you. Girl, it is my job to know what all of my clients offer, okay? So I can share and brag. So I want to give you another example. For me, when I go live, this is the only thing I teach. On Instagram, you can't tell, but on TikTok, they allow us to put up backgrounds. And my background says business earners. That's what I should call everybody. Business owners learn how to create content that sells. Why am I teaching this? Because this is what people will pay to learn. Now, I could teach content strategies. They may pay for that too. But I have learned from my audience that if I teach them how to sell in their videos, how to create content that converts followers into customers, now they want to invest in me. Why? Because this is the very problem that they have. So when you are educating your audience, I want you to think about, will they pay for this? Will they pay for this? Before you just start going out there and giving any old tips. I know it's easy to want to give any old tips because in your mind, they need this. How many of you in your business, you're putting out content because this is what your audience need, but then your leads and your sales are slow? You want to know why? Because people don't buy what they need. They buy what they want. That's just the fact. If people bought what they needed, everyone would be healed. Everyone would have a therapist. Everyone would be in the self-help section in the bookstores if people bought what they needed. But they don't. They buy what they want. That's why you see more people with wigs all the way down to their booty going on lavish vacations and then asking to borrow money to pay their bills. Because people buy what they want, not what they need. Right? So, where did I get this from? I got this from Jesus. Remember when I told you that I teach Bible marketing secrets? That's a real thing. So what did I do? I studied Jesus' life. First of all, let me back it up a little bit. Jesus was in heaven, and he decided, I'm going to come down from heaven, and I'm going to grow my following and convert my followers into believers. That's a strategy. Grow his following, convert his followers into believers. Hey, Christina. And so I noticed that that's what we need to be doing. On social media, we have a 2-step strategy. Grow our following and convert our followers into buyers. But what are buyers? Buyers are believers who believe that you can help them get their transformation. That's big. Y'all not clapping it up for me. I'm going to clap it up for myself. That was a good revelation, Star. Thank you, right? So if people believe that you can help them, they will now become a buyer. So I looked at Jesus' life, and here's what I noticed. The very first, thank you, Christina. Christina just joined us, and she started clapping it up for me. The very first miracle that Jesus performed was he turned water into wine for people who are already drunk. Yeah, I said it. These people were already drunk, asking for more wine. Now, Jesus could have been like, y'all don't need no more wine. You need bread. You need the bread of life. You need Jesus. But he didn't do that. He gave them what they wanted, because he knew that if he gave them what they wanted, they will forever become a believer. So I'm telling you, if you give your audience what they want, they will forever become a buyer. So think about when you're edifying your audience, what is it that you need to teach that will get them to buy? What is it that they want? Teach that. And then you will see a shift. Who in here just learned something new? If you didn't learn nothing new about content, you definitely learned something new about Jesus. You was like, did he turn water into wine for drunk people? He sure did. Right? But if you're being blessed by this, and you're like, I need more of this. I've never heard it taught like this before. It's like you're getting Bible study and business secrets at the same time. And you want to keep this learning going. Then I want to encourage you to select the second link in my bio and become a VIP member to the challenge. Now, some of you are like, okay, the times doesn't, I want to schedule a call with you, but I can't because the times don't align. There's another option for the challenge, which is to become a VIP member. And then that way you wouldn't even have to have a call. You get to just bypass it altogether. If you select the second link in my bio, you get to become a VIP member. What does that mean? It means that I get to work with you directly. So some of you on this live right now, you have pressing questions. But the teaching is so good, you're like, let me just let her keep talking. In the challenge, you get to ask those pressing questions as a VIP member. I'm going to tell you right now, for general admissions, you do not have the opportunity to ask any questions. And some people, they don't believe me when I say it until they go through the challenge and they're like, oh, wow. Because all of the coaching is reserved for VIP. So if you're in here right now, you recognize I need a coach. I need a coach that's going to pour into me. And I need a coach that's going to help me to break free from whatever mindsets is holding me back. Then go ahead and select the second link in my bio. Become a VIP member. VIP is where it's at. That's all I got to say. VIP is where it's at. Right? Renaya says schedule a call or skip the line and join VIP. It's true. It's true. You get to do that. You get to do that. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I want to share this story about my client, former client, Christiana. She is a mom and a multiple entrepreneur, right? And she already built, I think, 2 other successful businesses, but she was in the process of starting a new business. And she was using TikTok as her way to reach her clients because she wanted to use social media marketing. How many of you on here now have recognized that social media marketing has really blown up? Like, it's taken off. Like, if you're not using social media marketing, you must be in the past. Like, this is where a lot of people are. And I know some of you are thinking it's oversaturated. It's not. It's not. Because when your message is unique, you stand out, right? Yep, Audrey said, yes, ma'am. Social media marketing is needed, right? So here's Christiana. She's working with me. I teach her this live strategy. She goes live. She teaches her audience. She gets 10 clients. 10 clients from going live. So when I say it works, I really mean it. I really, really mean it. Why? Because there are people out here who want to buy from you. There are people out here who want to buy from you. But if you don't position yourself to be found, it's going to be really hard for them to buy. I want you to see this. Because some of you are like, Star, I want to join your challenge and I want to join at the VIP level, but I only want to join after I find my audience. So here you are searching for your audience and they're searching for you and you're missing each other. The goal is to stop playing hide and seek. It's to stop playing tag with your audience. And it is to position yourself and to call them to you. That's what we teach you in the challenge. So when Christiana positioned herself on live and she spoke, and I'm going to tell you right now, Christiana does not have the same personality as me. And she was concerned about that. She was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the same energy or personality that Star has. And I said to her, you do not. You are a quiet person. You have a peaceful spirit. And that is exactly what your audience needs in order for them to see you as the person who can help them. Bam, 10 clients. Why? Because she had a coach. She didn't have to figure it out on her own. She got to overcome the insecurity. She got to overcome the comparison. And let me tell you, that stayed with her longer than the live video. Because then she had a speaking engagement and my voice was in her head. She was like, nope, Star said, all I got to do is be passionate and powerful. That's it. And it resonated with her audience so much. Why? Because Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice, and another they will not follow. Which means that you have people who are attached to your voice. Jesus has people who are attached to his voice. You have people who are attached to your voice. So when you speak, you draw them to you. But if you don't speak, they will forever be walking around in the darkness like, I don't know what's going on. Get some Stevie Wonder up in here. So you got to open your mouth so you can reach your people because they're waiting for you. I'm going to tell you right now, I never wanted to start my business. Here's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to work my 9 to 5 and then build a business on the side. How many of you know that's hard? Because some of you are doing that right now. You working a 9 to 5 and building your business on the side. And it's hard because after work, all you want to do is lay down. But then you remember, I got to work this 5 to 9. Right? It's exhausting. And then God told me, that's not what I have in store for you. Instead, he told me to quit my job. Right? And so I ended up quitting my job 4 years ago. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in 4 years. And I don't see myself working one anytime soon. Unless someone called me to be a TV host. Then y'all gonna see me in these TV streets. But I hadn't worked a 9 to 5 in 4 years. And so God told me to start my business. And it was scary. Because I didn't want to go through the hustle and bustle of it all. I didn't want to be that person who can't figure out how to get clients and have to shut down after a month or after 2 years. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person who's disappointed and frustrated and I'm pouring all this energy into trying to get clients and they know I'm buying. I don't want to be that person. And yet here I am 4 years later with a 6-figure business, blessing people. Why? Because the people were praying for a solution to their problem and God sent me. Many of you here, this is your first time here. And you're like, wow, I've never heard it like this before. Because I was sent. And you were called. All because I started speaking. But it's the same thing with your people. Hey, Shataka. It's the same thing with your people. They're attached to your voice and they're waiting for you to show up. That when you speak and you teach them something, they will buy. Because you are worth it. And your business is worth it. But if you keep shrinking back, or if you keep thinking, I don't know, or you keep relying on word of mouth marketing is okay. But you know that it's time for expansion. You know that it's time for acceleration. And social media is the fastest way to do that. So you want to get access? You want to be able to reach your people accelerated? Then become a VIP member of the challenge. Let us help you. I'm telling you, we really have fun doing it too. It's a lot of fun. All right, so I want to shout out some of our VIPers, and I'm going to give you this next tip. Some of our VIPers, we got Kalisa, Dr. Shauna, they joined yesterday, so yes, come on. We got Athena, Coach T, Haiti, and Ebony. We got some more, but these are the ones that I'm highlighting right now. And here's the thing, let me tell you about Athena real quick. I don't know if she's still here. But Athena joined the challenge last month. So there she goes. Athena's right here. She joined the challenge last month, right? She joined as general admissions. And after the first day, she was like, I'm joining VIP. She said, I'm going to be there VIP. General admissions is great, but it's not where I need to be. I need the coaching I need to be poured into so I can see the transformation. But then something happened when she was in the challenge. She got sick. But let me tell you how great she is, because she still showed up even though she was sick. She got sick and she was like, I'm pushing through. I'm still going to show up, right? She didn't get a chance to complete the full challenge because I was like, girl, you need to rest. But her sickness, it really got to her, right? But she said, I'm coming back around. And this time I'm joining VIP. That's why I'm shouting her out right now. Because she joined VIP for April. So I'm looking forward to serving you. I love when people come in. They come in at one level and they're like, I need to be a VIP. That's where all the transformation happens. All the transformation happens in VIP. Let me not say all, because there are some in general admissions too. But VIP is really amazing, and I'm very grateful that Athena was like, girl, that's where I need to be. Okay, who's ready? Yeah, she said, yes, I can't wait. Yeah, we're about 2 weeks away, and then it's challenge time. It's challenge time. I should create a song for that. Okay, who's ready for this next tip? I got one more tip for you. Who is ready for this next tip? Yes, Renaya says, congrats to those who skipped the line and joined the VIP experience. It's true. You really do. You really do. Okay, there we go. PQ says, me. Christina, I didn't know you were still on here. But when I said that, I was like, man, I'm so corny. I said, I don't know if Christina's still on here, but I'm pretty sure she pointed out how corny I was just now. Oh, man. Okay. Hey, Mr. 1920. I don't think we saw you here in a while. Hey, Marketing Ventures with Pam. Did I see you in here before? I don't think I shouted you out earlier. Thanks for joining us. Audrey said, I'm ready. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's go into this next tip. This one's going to be big, right? This one's big. Identify. Come on through, PQ CEO. Okay. Identify. Identify your mindset. Who do you got to be in order to convert on live? That's what I want you to think about. Who do you got to be in order to convert on live? Now, here's the thing. If you don't identify the mindset that is holding you back, it's going to be hard for you to press record. It's going to be really hard for you to do that. So I want to talk you through my process and what happened to me. The very first time I went live, I told you that I cried, right? Prior to this, I was going live with other people. It was easy to do interview style because all I had to do was ask them questions and they would be the ones to talk. But the person that I needed to interview on my live this particular week, she was not feeling well. And she dropped out on me last minute. Last minute as in like earlier that day. That morning she was like, I can't go live. Like, I'm not feeling well. I'm coughing. I'm hacking. Like all this stuff. And the fear that gripped my soul. Oh my goodness. There was a fear that overcame me. I mean, I could feel it in my stomach. Like any of you have ever felt the fear? You feel it in your stomach. It just starts like slowly moving and taking over. It feels like a sort of like a cramping, but it's like a soft cramp. But yeah, okay, I'm trying to describe it, but woo, my heart was like, and every time I thought about having to go live by myself, I was dreading it. I had a choice. The choice was to quit or keep going. Quit or keep going. Quit or keep going. That was the choice. And I decided I'm going to keep going. That's what I decided. And I remember turning on my camera, turning on my lights, and this was my very first time teaching people on how to hear God speak, which is my specialty, by the way. I still teach that till this day, how to hear God speak. I went live. I gave all the tips, and it was actually going good. People commenting in the chat, people sharing it out, and I'm like, oh, we're doing a good job. And then it happens. Nervousness hit me. I get to the end of the live, mind you. All I have to do is be like, see you later, goodbye. And that did not happen. Instead, it was like a rewind. It didn't matter what just happened in the last 30 minutes. What was happening now was this nervousness was taking over. And I started thinking about how, oh my goodness, like we're at the end, but I was so scared earlier. And this is such a big faith step. I'm still so afraid that fear manifested as tears. And I start crying live in front of these people. And I'm like, no, all you had to do was turn off the live. Why did you keep talking? Now, when I decided to keep going, I didn't expect the end result to be for me to cry live. And then for my mother to make it worse by saying, it's okay, keep going. Now, my mom, she was really trying to help. I just felt embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And then I ended the live. And I made it. I made it. Oh my goodness. That was like the most embarrassing live I've ever had. And here I am like 5-6 years later, still going live. You want to know why? Because you really don't die of embarrassment. You really don't. And I had to identify my mindset. My mindset was that I was afraid. But I did it scared. And here's the thing, what I recognize now when I go live, be bold. Because the people don't know that you're afraid. Only you do. Only you know that you're afraid. They had no idea that I was doing it afraid. Only me. So be bold when you go live. I'm going to let you know this too. When you're live, the people want to hear from you. And I want you to say that. I want you to say, people want to hear from me. Because that's true. King Solomon in 1 Kings chapter 10, verses 23 to 35. King Solomon would go live in front of his audience. It would be people traveling from all around the world to listen to him speak. The people want to hear from you. Here's the best part about what happened when King Solomon was speaking. They paid him for it. They paid him for it. Why? Because this is a mindset that I give all of my clients. You become a client of mine, this is the first thing I teach you. When people see me, they pay me. When people see me, they pay me. So there was King Solomon going live in front of his entire audience, and every time they saw him, they paid him. That means he had speaking engagements and he got paid for it. Which means that when you go live, people will see you and they want to invest in you. They want to invest in you. All you got to do is show up and be bold. They want to be there. Yep, Athena wrote it in the chat. She said, people want to hear from me. Yep, Renaya says, when people see me, they pay me. It's true. People want to hear from you. And I know it sounds bizarre because we're regular schmegular people. We're not Beyonce. We're not Jay-Z. We're regular schmegular. Okay? And do you know that people want to hear from the regular schmegulas? Because they get tired of the superficial. And then here comes you in your authenticity, and you're sharing truth with them. You're inspiring them. You're motivating them. You're educating them. And then guess what happens? They start asking you, how can I work with you? How can I work with you? Yes, Luxury said, my confirmation. I'm going to start going live. Do it. Yep, people want real people. And when you go live, you show them how real you are. That's why those tears didn't break me. Now, do you think that's the only time I was embarrassed live? No. One time my eyelash flew off. I know, it was wild. It took me some time. I put on my makeup, and was this the magnet one? I think it was the magnet one. I put the magnet eyelash on my eye, and while I was talking, the most disrespectful thing ever happened. The eyelash just, poof, committed suicide on me. It didn't make no sense. I was like, why would you do that? So what did I do? Took the other one off and kept teaching. Was I embarrassed? Yes. Did anyone notice? Probably. But remember, the people want to hear from you. That's why they're there. That's why they're there. And I'm going to tell you this too. There are people who are specifically sent by God to listen to you. Why? Because they were praying for you. They were praying, Lord, I want to know how to start a business and grow to 6 figures. Lord, I really need to get my hair done, and I needed to be with someone who will be gentle with my hair. Lord, I really want to be able to make 6 figures in my career, but I'm afraid to negotiate. And God said, cool, I'm sending Christina, I'm sending Natalie, I'm sending Brittany. That's what he did. So when you show up, the people are going to be there because they were already waiting for you. They were already praying for you. All God did was tell them, oh, Christina's going to be live at this day on this day. Some of them were just scrolling. Let me tell you what happened with some of them. Some of them were minding their business, and then they had a thought, I should go on TikTok right now. And then they're thinking, I don't really want to go on TikTok, but then their heart starts to go like this. And it becomes like this strong desire, I should be on TikTok right now. And now they're scrolling through TikTok, and guess who they come across? Audrey's page, Francis' page, Christina's page, right? Renaya's page, Yvette's page, Athena's page, Empress' page. They just come across your page. And then you're speaking, and it's not even that they're there from the very beginning. They could have came in through the middle, but something that you said resonates and it gets them stuck to the screen. And for some of you, it's just the way your voice sounds. Some of you don't want to go live. Oh, my TikTok is acting up. Okay, there we go. Whew. You know how TikTok be like, you've been live too long. let us know that you're actually still talking, right? So anyway, some of you, they're attached to your voice. So just the way you sound, they're like, oh, I got to be here. And now guess what they're doing? Buying. And they're thanking God that he sent your page to them. That was purposeful. Like, I'm really telling you, you don't got nothing to worry about. The people going to show up for you because they've been waiting. Empress says, I went live on Saturday and staying on the live an hour and a half. Yes, she ended up staying on the live an hour and a half. It was good. Awesome. Empress, are you selling anything? Let me know if you're selling anything. Awesome. Okay. All right. Who in here is like, great, I'm going to start identifying my mindset. You want to identify your mindset. What is holding you back? If you find yourself procrastinating, there's some fear there. If you find yourself saying, I need it to be perfect, there's some fear there. If you hear the voice that tells you you're not good enough, that's imposter syndrome. That's also fear. If you feel overwhelmed, you're running from something, chances are it's fear. There's some fear there. That's the thing that you want to identify. And when you identify what this fear is, do it anyway. Because the people want to hear from you anyway. Athena says, I know to go live and all my issue is I get into fear and freeze and start talking crazy. Then you can benefit from a script. I have a script. I'd show you my script, but I'm also live on Instagram, so I can't do that. I have a script in front of me. Quite often, I don't stick to it, but I have a script in front of me, right? And it lets me know, oh, we should be here right now. We should be here right now. That's how I can tell you we got 5 tips, but I'm only going to get through 2, right? So, hey, Soulfully Aligned, how you doing? She said, I've been on live on Instagram once. I used to go live all the time on Facebook. Do you recommend Instagram and TikTok over Facebook? Soulfully Aligned, I recommend the platform that you're making the most money on. That's the one you want to go live on. If you haven't begun making money on either platform yet, then I will start with TikTok and Instagram at the same time, because TikTok will push your lives out. That's the other benefits of going live on TikTok. It will push your live out. So you'll get new followers every time you go live. Instagram, not so much. Instagram, they just keep it to your audience and that's it, right? Awesome. Okay, who's feeling blessed? Drop a I'm blessed in the chat. Oh, Athena, I teach that to my clients too. I teach Instagram and TikTok. Empress says, I specialize in braids and locks. Oh, polka. Did I say that right? Nope, I said it wrong. Orlando, Florida. Okay, good. And is your goal when you go live to get sales? Because if so, then you want to show your audience something, teach them something. Oh my goodness, Dash, where you been? Where have you been, Dash? I haven't spoken to you in forever, right? Okay, I was talking to Empress. If your goal is to get sales on it, teach them something, show them something, right? They're gonna want to know how to get their hair done, and always let them know that you're in Florida. Let them know how they can book from you. Okay, Athena says, I am not worried. I know come on, I've chosen the best coach. I love it. And I only work with the best clients. So I love that you said that. Awesome, awesome. You are so welcome, Soulfully Aligned. Dash said, it's hard for me to get on because you start work at 7 a.m. Got it. Well, shoot me a DM. I want to know how everything is going. Okay. If you're in here and you're like, Star, all of this was amazing. We didn't get to go through all the tips for the live. You're going to have to join my email list in order for you to get access to the rest of this. I'll probably teach it in my email. Yeah, let me figure that one out. But if you want to get access to my email list, all you got to do is click the link in my bio, select Instagram and TikTok resources, download any of those guides, and you'll get on my email list. Or if you sign up for the challenge, you automatically get on my email list, right? Hey, Nazir, how you doing? If you want to join the challenge, you want to join at the VIP level, click the second link in my bio, secure your ticket for the VIP level. Here's what I want you to think about. A lot of you've been here, you've been sitting on this live with me for about 30, 45 minutes, right? You're being blessed right now. Your mind is being transformed in just 30 to 45 minutes. I know I would like to take credit for it, but it's not me. It really is Holy Spirit. He just knows what it is that you desire. But you're recognizing 30 to 45 minutes, I got so much. I want you to imagine how much more in 5 days. How much more in 5 days where we get to work with you directly. We get to help you to craft your content strategy so that now when you speak, You're reaching your people and you have clarity. We get to help you to overcome the fear that's keeping you stuck. Because some of you identified it, but when this live ends, you're not going to have no accountability to actually do what you need to do to reach your people. But we hold you accountable in the challenge. And then some of you, you're like, this teaching is great. I know a lot of this. But the thing that you're missing is community. You need a community. Some of you are suffering in silence. You're not as far as you should be. Some of you know your following should be higher right now. You know your sales for your business should be higher right now. And the only reason why it's not is because you need a community. Let our community pour into you. Let us shower you with love and let us show you what you want to say in your videos so that you can get people to buy from you. You didn't start that business for it to sit on the sidelines. You didn't create that product for it to collect cobwebs. So if you are a coach or a business owner, you're using TikTok or Instagram to promote your business, but you don't know how to grow your following, you don't know how to reach your audience. Some of you are in here and saying to yourself, wow, Star's really in my mind. How can I do that with my audience? If you don't know how to do that, then I encourage you to join the VIP experience so you can learn. And here's the best part. It don't take 2 months to learn this stuff. Just 5 days. Just 5 days. And some of you, after the first day, you take off running. When Erica joined the challenge, she's a school principal for early learners, right? And when she joined the challenge, she was afraid to sell. She didn't want to set her prices. She was scared to communicate her prices. And by day 3 of the challenge, she made $750 in the challenge. Just by day 3. Why? Because I gave her a strategy so she could set her price and close her sale. When Christina joined the challenge, Christina is an HR manager and specialist. She's an expert at what she does. She's a career coach where she helps moms who have been overlooked, underpaid, undervalued in their jobs, land their dream job making 6 figures working from home. When she joined the challenge, she only had 474 followers. She's putting out content. People were kind of sort of listening to her. And then she asked me for a strategy. She said, I need to be able to get leads. I said, do this. She got 30 leads from one video in the challenge. That was less than 5 days. Here's the thing about that video. That was last February. She's still getting leads till this day from that one video. And we have so much more. We don't just have those who have gotten the financial increase, but we've also had people where they started on day 1 and told me, I don't like doing video and I'm not showing my face. And by day 3 of the challenge was confident on camera. When I tell you we help you to accelerate, that is purposeful. Because we do. But only if you're ready. I've had people join the challenge and tell me, I don't think I knew what I was getting myself into. I wasn't really ready for that. So I only tell you right now, action takers are money makers. If you are an action taker, then this is your invitation. Come on, join us so we can help you. If you're a business owner and you understand the power of video, but you don't know what to say in your videos to get people to buy, join the challenge so we can help you. And if you're an entrepreneur where you know that God said, start your business, start speaking, go to social media, and you've been doing that for 3 to 6 months now, and you're frustrated because your views are 200, 300, 400, and your following is stuck somewhere between 500, under 1,000. And you're like, I know you promised me that I was going to be reaching so much more people, but you're not really sure how to reach them. And because of that, the product that you're selling is kind of sort of getting sales. We want to help you. We want to show you how to put gasoline on your videos so it can be spread like wildfire. Because the people who are waiting for you, they're getting restless. And I know for me, I don't want to be the reason that they don't get blessed. Yeah, you have to get to a point that you recognize, what is this really costing me? Some of you, you're hesitating to get started today because you see the investment for the VIP ticket. And I want you to consider this. What is it really costing you? Each day you don't show up, who suffers because you're not showing up? Who doesn't get blessed because you're not showing up? Have you convinced yourself, oh, somebody else could take care of that? Because I want you to think about Jesus. Imagine if he was like, I don't feel like going to earth. Let somebody else take care of it. Who would have? No one else could do what you were called to do. Just you. And now it's your choice. Do I let fear stop me? Do I let a poverty mindset stop me? Do I let perfectionism stop me? Or do I show up and be a blessing? Do I walk by faith and encourage the people? Do I stand in boldness and ask for the sale? Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you show up as a blessing, people then start investing. Why? Because when people feel blessed, they invest. That's the reason why I go so hard. Are you being a blessing? When people feel blessed, they invest. Because they recognize, oh, I'm attached to your voice. And I'm called to you. But how much longer will you let them suffer? That's up to you. Right? So I look forward to seeing some of you in the challenge. For the rest of you, I'm going to see you right here next Wednesday. So I only go live Wednesdays and Thursdays at 6:45 a.m. Eastern. And next Wednesday, I'm going live with 30 content ideas for April. So we're going to set you up for April. 30 content ideas for April. Y'all have an amazing weekend. I will see you next Wednesday.